New secret sprites are now in game, and I'm going to show you guys how to find them. 2 new leak sprites that include a Kevin sprite and how to find the burnt peanut sprite. There is so much to go over in today's video, so make sure you guys are watching to the very end. Remember though, if you guys are picking up the brand new Season 3 Runners Battle Pass, please do consider popping in my support creator code XApplezz, as it really does help out the channel an absolute ton, and it literally takes 1 second to put in. Starting off, there is currently a sprite duplication glitch happening on mobile, which I'm sharing this to make sure you do not do this glitch, because Fortnite have actually started banning accounts that are duplicating sprites. So if you guys do this, do it at your own risk, but I advise you to really not do it, because you can literally lose your entire Fortnite account over a silly glitch. But we actually do have some brand new sprites that are going to be coming inside of this season, which sound pretty cool. Hypex leaked, we have upcoming sprites and relics. We're not entirely sure what relics are, but the sprites are a football, which is a soccer theme, the John Wick sprite, a sleepy sprite, a drifter sprite, a 7 sprite, a fishy sprite, a boss sprite, and a slap sprite, which is pretty cool. I can't lie, I am really excited for these. But the relics, we have a Midas relic, a Colombo plushie relic, a Foundation helmet, the Dark Voyager vinyl, the Gnome lavatory, duffel bag, a safe, UFO, Kevin, and gas mask. We have no idea what a relic is, to be perfectly honest. I have no idea. This is going to be revealed later in the season. These brand new sprites do sound absolutely insane, with the previous sprites from Chapter 6 also coming into the game as well. From the Dash sprite, which is actually really cool, the ability it gave you, to the Superman sprite. Yeah, it looks like the Superman sprite is going to be coming back, as well as the Air sprite. But tomorrow actually adds the Gummy sprites, which are our next rarity past the Gold sprite. And I can't lie, finding the Gold sprites is hard enough, bro. They are extremely rare to find, and the Gummy sprites are even rarer. So if you find one, let me know in the comment section below when these release. But with these new version, they actually have a different ability that grants you 10 more sprite dust on extraction, which is actually really cool, because sprite dust is what you need to share these sprites, or even if you die with a really rare sprite, it costs you a lot of sprite dust to get it back. But Fortnite then said every Thursday they will be adding a new sprite or special variant to the island. First up, the Gummy variant, which is obviously releasing tomorrow, which means there are going to be so many sprites to collect as well, and all of the other sprites that have actually been added into the game files have already been leaked. Next Thursday we will be getting the Hollow Foil sprites, which I actually really like these. They look absolutely amazing, especially the 0.1. This looks insane, but these give you a 30% chance for your squad to find rare sprite variants from looting chests, which means this is going to be probably the most used sprite ever inside of Fortnite. It is going to be easily the most overpowered one to find these really rare sprites, and probably the most useful one, to be honest, as well. Remember, each new variant is rarer than the other, so these are going to be extremely hard to find. We then have the gem sprites. These look amazing. They're literally like a diamond effect. Fortnite cooked with these ones, I'm not going to lie. And these will take 30% less fall damage, which I can't lie, it's not that useful. It's only useful for Tim the Tapman, to be perfectly honest. After all of those have been released, one of my personal favorites is the Galaxy. These sprites look unreal. These are pretty much going to be impossible to find because they are going to be so rare. Fortnite really need to change the chances, because we still have 2 more rarities that are rarer than the Galaxy sprites, but they look so cool, and these give you a 20% more ammo whenever picked up in the world, which in my opinion is absolutely useless. For one of the rarest sprites in the game, this ability is pants, bro. They need to change this ability for something a bit better. We then get into the really rare sprites. The next one is the Cube sprites. These will be found on only 3 sprites in the game: the Punk sprites, the Dream sprite, and the 0 Point sprite. Those are the only 3 sprites you guys can get this cube variant, and I think it's one of the coolest looking ones ever, bro. It is absolutely amazing. You need to be so lucky to get one of these, because the chances are extremely low, which we currently don't know what these give you. I'm assuming something crazy, because it is currently hidden. And the final sprite is the Quack sprite, and this is only found on the 0 Point sprite. You can't find this on any other sprite, so this will be the rarest sprite ever inside of Fortnite. The 0 Point sprite itself is already really hard to find, and now we're getting a 1 of 1. If you guys do manage to find this when it comes out, you are literally the luckiest player ever. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys are going to be hunting for these, because they are really cool. But what if I told you there are actually some secret locations on the island right now to find rarer sprites, as well as the new best method for farming them? But what about the burnt peanut sprite? Wow, his ability for this sprite is actually pretty insane. Every elimination you get, it drops a legendary loot, and when he's level 5, he will actually have a chance at dropping mythic loot as well, which is actually pretty OP. He is currently the rarest sprite in the game, with nobody able to find him yet. His chances are extremely low, bro. People have found more golden 0-point sprites than the burnt peanut sprite, but he is actually found in relic chests and sprite chests, and I'm going to show you guys the best method on how to farm these sprite chests. But like I said, there is actually one more secret free sprite that we can get. On the official Fortnite blog post in the Battle Pass section, when looking at the sprites, the legendary Dream Sprite had a completely different appearance until they changed it literally yesterday, which you guys can see it's a completely different appearance of the Dream Sprite. It looks absolutely amazing, which means this one will be getting put onto everyone's account very, very soon to the people who actually have found the Dream Sprite for completely free. And if you guys haven't found it, here's the best method to find rare sprites inside of Fortnite right now. This is easily the most broken way to get rare sprites. But like I said, I am going to show you the best method on how to farm sprite chests this season. On screen, you guys can see where every single sprite chest is on the island, and Why Distress on X has made a full guide for the best route to farm them, and I can't lie, it is very overpowered. Okay, so starting off, the very first start location is over these two buildings. We've already been through this yesterday. There are actually two sprite chests that can spawn here. One is inside a vault and then one is just outside. Remember though, the sprite chests don't have a 100% spawn rate, so they may not spawn every single time. But the way we're doing this, we can utilize as many sprite chests as we possibly can. Oh, we're in luck. One has actually spawned. Let's go. So this is the first sprite chest. We open this. We got a water sprite. That's just great. Our next sprite chest is actually over inside of this red building here, so we need to just try and get past all of these people without getting killed, because I currently have a golden 0-point sprite on. So our next 0-point sprite is actually inside of this building on the second floor. You want to come through here, come up here, and oh, it's not spawned. Usually it spawns right here inside of this little room. Next one is actually over on top of this little ski resort thing over here. So you might want to just shockwave up here if you guys run zero build. It's probably much faster. Our next one is on top of this roof. Bro, we don't have one spawning here either. Our next one is on this hill, though. The route we're taking actually utilizes so much good mobility because you can just literally glide and shockwave pretty much everywhere. You can see there is actually one on top of that hill, which we are in luck. Let's hope we get a pretty rare sprite. I'm hoping we get a rare one outside of this one. What do we get? A fire sprite. Lovely. Jump on the launch pad, and then you actually want to come over straight down here. Where's the map? You want to come straight down here where my marker is, just on the very edge of this ridge. Do we have a sprite chest? Yes, we do. It's behind this tree. Open this. Do we have one? No, we don't. I'll take the chug jug though because I'm going to need it. Then you want to head over into Battle Woods. The Battle Woods one is actually currently underground, so we need to go underground. I'll show you guys how to get there. Our next location is actually right up here behind this big tree. Is there one here? No, it's more the normal chest. How great. Our next one is actually straight over this hill. We are literally doing the most sprite chests right now. As you can see, the spawn rate is kind of horrendous. There is actually one on top of the building. Yay, that's good. Let's open this sprite one. What do we get? Water sprite. I do not want you, my friend. Our next one, though, is actually on top of this hill. This one is quite annoying to get to because you literally have to scale a mountain. Is there one up here? Oh, it's already been opened, bro. It's only a fire sprite. It's all right. Our next one is actually right over on this ramp right there. You can kind of see the ramp. You can see if it spawns when you're in the air. If it's not in the air, we can just go to the next one. It doesn't look like it's spawned. No, it hasn't spawned. Okay, you can just turn to the right. Our next one is literally on this power grid over here. And we have a shockwave for when we land, and there's a mythic boss waiting for us. How delightful. Is there one here? Bro, this one's been opened as well. Our next one is actually quite a long run. It's literally right at the very back of Frosted Flats, so you might want to get some shockwave. Ooh, perfect timing. We got some overdrive grenades. And then you can see our next sprite chest is right on this tree, which is pretty simple to do. Our next one is also quite a long way away. Open this. Anything good? No, we got some more overdrive grenades though, which is pretty cool. Now you want to head over to just above Sunken Sanctuary, so just follow where I'm going. Okay, so our next one should be right here. Yeah, as you can see, we're by this crane. Open this. We got another water sprite. Bro, we have horrendous luck. Our next one is actually in Sunken Sanctuary. It's currently in zone, but we're just going to go and get it anyway. And I fell off the mountain. Amazing. As you can see, our next one is actually just over on these rocks. Open this. What do we get? Another water sprite, but we got the 7 boots, so we can actually get to the other ones much better. These golden sprites are so rare to find. The next one you want to go on is pretty much that mountain over there. So I'm just going to hit this glide thing. and just go and get on this mountain because it's so easy to do. Let's see. There might be one. Wait, it's showing there is somewhere. I'm seeing. There we go. Right. It's inside the mountain. There we go. What do we get? The Earth Sprite. Bro, we do not want the Earths. Our next 2 Sprite chests are actually over at Sinister Strip. So we're going to get our little legs moving because it's 200 meters away from our last chest. Okay, so the first one is inside the main building. It doesn't look like there is actually one spawned here, unfortunately. You can kind of tell when they spawn because you can see like the 0 point effect. It doesn't look like there is actually one inside of this building, but the other one is inside of the tower, which you guys can actually already see that there is one there. You can see these little 0 point effects. That's how you can tell where a Sprite chest is actually located. So let's quickly go up here. Do I make it on the roof? Yes. Straight up to the very top. You can open this Sprite chest. We got another water Sprite, but we did actually get an overdrive grenade, which is really, really nice. Then you want to come over to the little singularity POI, which is this little building just over here. Okay, so we should have a Sprite chest on here somewhere. No, I don't think it's spawned. It's usually around this tree, but unfortunately, we don't have one at this location. Bro, most of them have been opened, to be perfectly honest. It doesn't look like we can get one. But our next Sprite chest is currently in zone and all of the others. So I can't get them because they're all in zone. But you want to go here to this little island. Then you want to go up to this little rock here, just above this bend. Once you go there, you want to go to this little rock right above the little gas station and like the vending machine. Once you've gone there, you want to go to the 0 point, which is actually on this little grass verge here. And then finally, the final one is by Frosted Flat. So all of these are in zone on screen. You guys can actually see the map. This is the best, and I mean the absolute best way to get a 0 point chest, bro, because they are so rare to get. And you guys can see I do have the golden 0 point Sprite, the rarest Sprite in the game. If you guys do want me to give you this, make sure you guys are putting in my support code Apple1, as it really does help out the channel, bro, and you guys do not want to miss out on this because it is the rarest one yet.